The Fairy and the Woodcutter. The mist moved slowly, rising higher and higher toward the shimmering waterfalls and the pale light of the moon. Listen closely. The wind is guiding us toward a new path, where another woodcutter waits, and the stars themselves descend to touch the earth. Deep in the heart of the Diamond Mountains, where the trees are as old as time, there lived a woodcutter. One quiet morning, while the dew still clung to the ferns, a sudden sound broke the silence. A small golden deer burst through the thicket, its breath unsteady, its eyes wide with fear. The woodcutter, moved by the trembling creature, quickly hid the deer beneath a pile of fresh wood. After a moment, the deer spoke, its voice soft like a gentle breeze. "Thank you. Follow the silver mist tonight, and you will find a place where the heavens meet the earth." Guided by the deer, the woodcutter reached a quiet clearing. A crystal waterfall tumbled gently into a pool that shimmered like starlight. Suddenly, the air filled with a soft fragrance, like blooming lilies. From the dark sky above, shimmering figures descended, fairies from the heavenly realms. They stepped into the cool emerald water and began to bathe. The woodcutter watched, his heart beating softly. One by one, they placed their radiant robes upon the low branches of an ancient willow tree. Slowly he reached out. He took one of the robes. It was weightless, as if he were holding a handful of moonlight. Years passed, like a slow-flowing river. The woodcutter and the fairy lived together in a small, warm cottage. For the woodcutter, these were the happiest days of his life. He looked at his wife and their 2 children, and his heart filled with quiet joy. But deep inside, a small seed of guilt remained. Sometimes he saw her gaze into the night sky, her eyes following a distant silver path. He kept the winged robe hidden, buried beneath the floorboards. For a long time, he said nothing. At last, he spoke to himself. "Surely, now that we have 2 children, she will stay. No mother would leave her own heart." One evening, moved by her silent tears, the woodcutter revealed the truth. At last, he brought out the hidden robe and placed it in her hands. The moment the silk touched her skin, the weight of the earth fell away. Before he could speak, she moved. The robe settled upon her shoulders, glowing softly. She did not hesitate. She took one child in her left arm and the other in her right, holding them close against her heart. Then, with a faint, shimmering light, she rose. The woodcutter reached out, but touched only empty air. He stood there, breathless, as she climbed higher and higher, her wings opening like a flower beneath the moon. She drifted toward the stars, carrying everything he loved. And when she was gone, only the scent of lilies remained, and the deep silence of the forest. The woodcutter stood alone in the quiet clearing, a single shadow beneath the vast, empty sky. In that moment, he understood. Some souls belong to the heavens, no matter how deeply they are loved on earth. The valley grows still again. The stars remain, silent, unchanging, watching over the sleeping world. and as the night deepens, you begin to drift, slowly, gently, drifting into the quiet, endless peace of the stars. Now, let the echoes of the previous story gently fade away. We are drifting toward a new path, a path that leads us deep into the misty, ancient mountains of Korea, where the whispers of a golden treasure and an honest heart still linger by a hidden pond. Once, in a time when the mountains whispered secrets to the wind, lived a humble woodcutter named Kim. On a humid afternoon, the heat hung heavy, and the air was thick with the scent of damp pine needles. Kim found himself by a deep, emerald green pond. The water was so still, it looked like a dark, silent mirror for the ancient trees. As he swung his iron axe, his hands, slippery with the day's hard work, suddenly lost their grip. Plunk. The iron blade cut through the silence, sinking quickly into the cold, dark depths. Suddenly, the surface of the pond began to glow with a soft golden light. Out of the shimmering mist, a majestic spirit appeared, a presence with a long snow-white beard. His voice was low, steady, and distant, like the earth itself. The spirit dived into the water and rose again, holding a golden axe that burned like the midday sun. Answer me. Is this your axe? Kim looked at the brilliant metal, but his heart remained calm and steady. No, great spirit, that is far too beautiful to be mine. My axe is only a simple tool of iron. Finally, the spirit rose once more, this time holding a worn and rusted iron axe. Look carefully. Is this your axe? Kim's eyes softened with quiet relief. Yes, that is mine, my old friend. For a moment, the spirit said nothing. Then, in a firm, measured voice, "You have spoken truth. Take them, all of them." Kim returned home quietly, and the mountain fell once more into its deep, ancient silence.